Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today it is Wednesday, January 24th, and in Canada that it means that Telecommunications Corporation Bell has decided that today is their Let's Talk Day, which is a day for them to raise a whole bunch of money for a tax write-off so they can pretend that they're helping with mental health awareness. And that's a whole nother discussion. But I will say that one of the positive spin-offs of that is that we are having more conversations. So whatever your impressions are of Bell as a company or what Let's Talk Day is, whether it's for you or isn't for you, I think is kind of immaterial. There are conversations being had. My kids went to school today, and part of the topics they're going to be covering are mental health awareness. And I think that that is a beautiful thing. So because of that, I have an interesting reading for you today that I hope YouTube will not give me a strike on, because I am reading from an excerpt from a published author, Don Michael Ruiz, who has a book called The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom. And I recommend that everyone read this book. It is, it can be transformative if it speaks to you. There are a couple of other great books that I'm interested in right now. If financial freedom and financial knowledge is to something that you want to speak to, you can. I would recommend that you take a look at a book by my friend Aaron Skye Kelly, who wrote a book called Get the Hell Out of Debt. But today we're going to focus on The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom by Don Michael Ruiz. And those have been condensed down to these four agreements, which I think are apropos for Bell Let's Talk Day. And it's important that I get them right, so I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to read them for you right now. Agreement number 1, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. And use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Agreement number 2, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dreams. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you will avoid being the victim of needless suffering. Agreement number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others clearly as you can, as clearly as you can, to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. Agreement number 4, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, if you simply do your best, you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Now, I think that those 4 agreements are absolutely transformative all by themselves, and I may spend some more time talking about each of the agreements and their corollaries later on. But right now, I just want you to hear those. You can go on to do a Google search of Don Michael Ruiz, The Four Agreements, and you can see a text version of this. I encourage you to write it down. Writing stuff down can help you to organize it in your brain and keep it there and codify it. I think if there's anything that I want to go back to just right now, it would be don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can. the big takeaway for me from agreement number 3 is that open and honest communication are the most important parts of any relationship with any other human being, whether it be your intimate partner, your parent, or just someone that you've just met. Clear, concise, open, and honest communication are things that will help you to move forward in your relations quickly. People sometimes accuse me of being a bit of a grammar snob, where I, really adhere to the rules of grammatical correctness as much as I don't artistically need to take license with it. But a part of why I do that is because I believe that speaking clearly, asking questions, and expressing yourself through your words is far more effective than trying to read metadata, trying to understand somebody's body language and when it is in conflict with the words that they are using, and trying to guess someone's intention based on context and clues. So number 3, that don't make assumptions, is a great one. And number 4, always do your best. The always do your best part is for me, I think is kind of a given. In my formative years, I attended a Sea Cadet training establishment called HMCS Quadra. And it had a profound impact on my life and my trajectory. But at the main gate was a sign as you entered into Quadra, and it said, "At Quadra, your very best is our minimum acceptable standard." And I've kind of held that to my ideal throughout my life. But the important part of agreement number 4 to me is your best is going to change. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. I think it was my friend Tyler Whalen who said to me once that if all you've got to give is 40% and you give all of it, you've given 100%. And I think that's very true. Doing your best does not mean pushing past your capability or your capacity. And that's really hard to understand in a society where burnout is worn as a badge of honor instead of a sign of negativity, which is what it is. So remember to give yourself grace and be forgiving with yourself, as if you're going to be impeccable with your word and speak with integrity, you also need to be impeccable with yourself. Don't speak negatively about yourself. Don't gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. All 4 of these are interrelated. I recommend you go and read them, write them down, get the book, read it. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to the planet. I love you all. Have a great, great day.